Welcome to another episode of To the Sky. That is our goal here. Our goal is to reach the sky. And
Yeah,
I am here with Vani. And yeah, can you please introduce a little bit about yourself?
right. Okay. Hi, everyone who's watching. I'm Vaani. I'm a recent graduate from AUT. I graduated with a Bachelor of Creative Technologies. And yeah, I'm currently working at the moment part
Hmm,
time because of COVID-19.
yeah.
But yeah, it's still going good.
That's wonderful. Great to hear. Did you get the series of questions that I sent you?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I guess we'll go through that. So, question number one. This is the thing I kind of want to establish in this show.
Yeah.
Are you always learning?
Yes.
That is wonderful. That is
I don't know how to elaborate on that.
no. That's okay. I mean, as long as you identify that, I am already 100% with you. Um, do you have one hint of nugget? You know, what's the one thing that you learned today?
Today,
Hmm.
well, not just today, but like recently,
Yeah, recently.
I'm learning how to keep sane.
Oh, yeah, that's a very important.
It's just quite busy at the moment. Everything's like changing like every day.
Mm, mm.
And yeah, it's difficult to keep track of everything. So I'm just trying to absorb it all.
Yeah, no, definitely. I really think more than ever now is the time to keep sane. Have you like got any tricks? What are you doing to kind of keep it all together?
Um, I think just talking to friends help. Like I'm
Mm,
taking out like 15, 20 minutes every day just to like have a phone conversation with friends. But yeah, just I think cooking also helps. I've been cooking meals.
wonderful,
So yeah,
wonderful. I
it's
love
just
it.
taking a little time out. Yeah.
That is that is awesome. Honestly, I'm kind of doing a bad job with keeping up with people from BCT, right? Or from past school life. So yeah, I'm really glad that you're getting on top of that.
Just
Oh yeah, sorry.
a sorry. Uh, just wanted to say something. Is that
Mm.
since I heard about this, I've just been like seeing what other people in BCT have been doing. So I've just been like stalking them a little.
No, I think if anybody is posting anything online, I think it's supposed to be shared or
Yeah.
celebrated, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
but today we are celebrating you. We're celebrating you and your work and what you're up to. um, okay, I mean, are you working on any current projects at the moment, or in your current
Um,
work?
yeah.
Hmm.
So currently, I'm working with Geo AR Games.
Wow.
Um, yeah, they're a company based in Auckland. It's I'm calling it a freelance project, but it's
Hmm.
kind of like an internship because they're kind of promising like a job at the end. But like it's currently just one. Actually, it's currently two projects that I'm working on at the moment.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Um, what side of the project are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the asset making or the world generation? Which side are you
Um,
working on?
yeah, mainly on the game development. So
Oh.
me and my friend, actually my friend and I, correct English,
Hmm.
um, are working on this project together. So we're on the game development side. We've been given all the assets and the sounds, everything basically. So we're just like compiling it on
Hmm.
Unity.
Yeah, it's a great engine. I remember my time there. Um, so is this just a two-person team, or are you working
Yeah.
within a large? Okay, no, so it's a two-person team.
Actually, yeah, it's just me and my friend, but there's other team members
Mm,
as well, but we don't really have much contact with them.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah, and I can imagine it's probably getting a bit harder, especially with the current time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before, I guess everything kind of shut down. Were you working at a studio, or was this all remote working?
So I recently got this project, but before since November, yeah, since
Congratulations.
graduation, I've
Yeah.
been actually working at a creative agency in Christchurch. I
Congratulations.
moved there. Thank you. So I moved there for my internship, and then I moved back home when COVID started.
Oh
So I'm
no.
still working part time for them. It's I mostly do website design and development.
Hmm. Wonderful. Um, So I guess you're doing both in terms of design
Yeah,
and development. Is that what you mean?
yeah.
Wow. Is that in terms of the tools that you're using? Are you kind of hard coding it, or are you using a platform like Wix or WordPress, or?
We're using WordPress.
Mm,
Yeah, but there's still a bit of coding involved. I'm not doing
absolutely.
much coding, thankfully.
Yeah, it can be daunting at times. Honestly, I jumped ship to WordPress from like the second half of uni. I moved my blogs out to WordPress. I think it's much more pretty and much more professional, which I still use to this day. Yeah, I still think it's a fantastic project. Um, in terms of going back to the game world that you're making, what kind of interaction are you trying to generate with it? Is it, you said, is it kind of a 3D game, or is it like a VR
Um,
game?
Currently, it's an AR game,
Mm.
so we used augmented reality, but we're trying to remove that component to get more funding.
Ah,
So,
okay.
yeah, so we're removing the AI component now, um, and we're designing this game for children aged 6 and above who have cerebral palsy.
Mm.
Pronounce it right.
Yeah.
Children who have CP.
Yeah. Um, I'm not quite too familiar with cerebral palsy. Is that can you elaborate with that? It's better for me than guessing.
Uh, yeah, I actually don't know much about it, so I don't want to like risk saying something anything
Okay.
wrong.
I
But no, it's I think everything like children who do have this
hmm,
who have CP, um, they're fine, they're all good. It's just that their brain, I guess, doesn't signal them
hmm,
correctly. Hence, they're having trouble with kind of like hand-eye coordination.
I see.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's okay. So how do you think your application is going to help them? What are the main things that you wish that your solution is going to solve?
Yeah. So it's to help them actually count. So it's like a maths related game. We're going to be
Mm,
adding like addition and subtraction aspects later on, but it's currently at the moment used for counting just from like
mm.
1 to 10, which is
Yeah.
still pretty tough for them.
No, I mean that's fantastic. I can only imagine how hard it is, to grasp those things if you come with some sort of issue, and if this absolutely helps that is a wonderful solution, no doubt about it. Can you talk about a project that you're really proud of the most, or that you really enjoyed working on the most?
Uh, I think I'm most proud of a project I did with a couple of my best friends.
Hmm.
It's called Replay, and it later got like we got hired later on for that project to develop it
Congratulations.
further.
Congratulations.
Um, Thank you. So yeah, I think it's the most, I guess, well known by my name.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm really proud of it. It's kind of like a game used. Well, it's not a game. It's like a tool used for decision making.
Wonderful. Um, how did you come up with this kind of solution? Like, what was the idea behind it? Why a decision making solution?
Yeah. So this started when Wiser, who is an AUT service, they actually approached us to create a tactile experience for their workshop. And their
Tactile.
workshop
Okay.
was about decision making to help students learn more about decision making skills. So that's how it got started. And then we realized what aspects affected our decision making skills. And we just kind of developed through that. We did a lot of play testing and iterating. So,
Wow.
yeah. But I think we were all proud of the final outcome.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody took notice and decided to take
Yeah.
you along, that's fantastic. Um, in terms of that decision making uh idea, which part are you trying to help with decision making? Like, is this related to work? Is this related for budgeting purposes, or is this more
I think
personal?
it's more of a personal thing for students, just like regarding like making decisions regarding anything, whether it be their finances or their courses that they want to take on at university. Because like
Mm,
looking back, I remember how tough it was trying to choose which external paper I wanted to do. So that was a
yeah.
tough decision to make. So I think that game just or that tool just kind of helps. you realize what you actually want to do.
So is this solution, you said it's quite tactile, right? So do you build your outcome, I guess, with your hands? Is that the correct way to say
Yes.
it?
So we have tactile cards, you could say, like playing
Mm.
cards, hexagon shaped. And it's more based on discussion and conversation. So it's not just like a one person kind of
Oh, okay.
thing.
Yeah.
It's
So it's a
a group.
collaborative tool.
Yeah.
Okay. So like how many people like do you think is ideal for this?
I'd say like it works best like between 4 to 6 people.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I really like the idea that it's constructive.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it in terms of making big decisions that you have somebody to echo
Yeah.
and coming together coming together with different backgrounds or different knowledge, right? And you can bounce off ideas. I've had many times when it comes to trying to find a foot, trying to find a way forward, where I definitely have struggled because I kind of overthink myself to death. I personally feel that, and if there's a way just to help me take that first step, I think that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, can you explain what its current state? Is it being used anywhere? Where
It
is it
was
now?
planned to use in like the Wise's workshop, but
Mm,
because of COVID, I don't know what's happening with the workshop. I think
mm,
they're kind of changing it to an online workshop now.
yeah,
But I think in semester 2 it should begin again.
wonderful.
Like it hasn't been used yet. So this semester would have been its first kind of real test.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic place if students or potential students can show up and appear, sit down. How long do you think it would take? Maybe 10 minutes? Or how long does a session
Um,
last?
if it's because it's more discussion based, I'd say
Mm,
like about 16 minutes, so about
okay,
an hour.
yeah,
Because then you really get to like hear about other people's experiences, what kind of decisions they're facing they're facing difficult to make, and that sort of thing.
yeah. No, I definitely agree. It shouldn't be anything quick, right? It should be, yeah. That would have been probably my fault. I thought it was like a quick flip
Yeah,
coin. No, it should be
no,
a lot
that's
more.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's not like age kind of like age is not a
defining factor.
defining factor in
Mm,
that, because like we tested it with like even lecturers and stuff.
yeah,
So yeah, it's
and
I think it's a useful tool.
yeah, no doubt about it. Um, what do you think? I guess kind of going through this project, right? What did you wish you knew? Like, what did you wish you anticipated when you started this endeavor from the very beginning? Did you wish you had more time? Did you wish you asked more questions? I guess. How would you want to tackle it a second time around?
Right. I think it would have been good to have done more research about it,
Mm,
because we were kind of time constrained and we did a lot of playtesting and iterating. So if we had maybe researched well in the start, then I think we would have done like much better.
mm. Uh, I think honestly, personally, I feel my one of my main problems is planning, or maybe not planning so much, is allocating, where to allocate your resource. And from the sounds of it, most of your allocation went to the iterating of your play
Yeah,
style, right? And
yeah,
I recognize that because I feel that's probably the fun part when you get to explain it to other people, right? Yeah, and I get that. And being able to kind of have that idea, and I think it can definitely be applied for other projects moving forward. Mm.
hmm.
Hmm. Um, do you have any hobbies? Like, are you working on any side thing at the moment? What are you into now?
uh like my hobby has always been related to art, so I like to
Hmm.
draw and paint a lot. And recently my dad and I, we decided that we want to hold an exhibition together, like
Wow.
a father daughter duo kind of thing. So we'll probably be doing that next year sometime.
Wow.
I'm just kind of like working on my painting collection for that.
Do you?
But apart from that, I'd say like websites is my new thing now.
Hmm, hmm.
I'm just like learning a lot about building websites, designing websites, and then even like kind of trying to build my own brand in the
Yeah.
side, kind of in my own time.
Mm.
So I'm creating a website for that as well.
Wonderful. That I think that's the one thing I really wanted to carry on forward as well from these having a brand or
Yeah,
having a personal name. I really think that's important,
yeah,
especially if you wanted to get into the freelancing, right? Or get into the wider world. I feel like having a very solid
yeah.
platform is wonderful. Do you have like any works at your desk or anything? Do you want to show the camera at the moment? Do you have any
My what?
like in terms of your painting? You said that you were working on. Do you have any stuff at the moment? If not, then
Not around me. It's in the
okay.
garage.
Okay, no, that's okay. That's okay. Can you explain a little bit about your background? Is that cassette tapes or is that CD? That's pretty cool. I like it.
Right. It's my dad's collection. So on the top we have Bollywood films, and at the
Hmm.
bottom down here we will have like Hollywood or English films.
Oh, okay, so they're film. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is pretty cool. That is a cool wall. I really appreciate that.
all the way up there, and then it goes
Wow,
all the way down there.
that's a full collection. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, are you guys like wanting a theme in terms of your painting, or is it like in terms of
Um,
inspiration? Are you guys trying to draw anything?
I think yeah, my dad's inspiration is like mother and child. So he's
Mm.
basing his paintings around that. And mine would be more like henna based. I'm also like a henna tattoo artist on the side. Um,
Sorry, can
so
you repeat that? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. A
right,
tattoo artist?
henna tattoo. It's
Henna
like
tattoo.
tattoos
Okay.
that you do on your hands.
Oh,
Um,
okay, yeah.
that's like yeah, it's like an Indian art kind of tradition kind of
Wow.
thing. So
Okay.
yeah, I am trying to like that's my main, I guess, idea or theme in my mind.
Wow.
So I'm kind of like doing quite detailed work because henna is quite detailed.
Okay. I think I've seen photo. Is it kind of uh in terms of color, is it kind of
It's like it
brownish?
comes,
Like
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It comes on like kind of brownish, then changes to black,
Yeah.
and then when it comes off, it's like orangish reddish.
Is it permanent or is it not?
No, it's temporary.
Oh, is it temporary? Okay. I always
Yeah,
thought those photos were permanent, so they're not. Okay. That is pretty cool. I really like that. One thing I like from your story is that for me, because I feel like I'm quite basic when it comes to art, right? I always think of a canvas. I always think of a piece of paper. I love that you have this um push for a different source, a
yeah,
different platform to use. And I like using the human body as a
yeah.
platform as well, especially in today's time. I feel like it's more important than ever to be able to self-express. Hmm, that is that's pretty cool. So regarding your current situation now, what would you say to yourself when you were entering university or when you were younger? What would be your advice for your past self?
Advice to my younger self.
Hmm.
Um,
You're a role
it's
model
weird
now.
because
You're a role model now.
I am.
Yeah, you're 100%
It's
a role
weird
model.
because like I've seen a lot of YouTubers like make videos about this.
Hmm.
What would I say to my younger self? But like I never actually thought about like knowing it myself.
Hmm.
I'd say I should have learned time management earlier on
Yeah.
because I don't know. I feel like university it gave me so many opportunities, but I could have done like even more stuff if I just like managed my time better.
No, I agree. I mean, for me personally as well, like for me, my biggest problem is video games. I still get absolutely distracted with it. That's why I'm trying all and everything just to get me away from that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think that's absolutely one thing to learn.
Yes.
How about to somebody's aspiring to what you're trying to do? What would you tell them?
Um Again, I'd probably like tell them like to grab every opportunity that comes their way because I think I have learned so much stuff and I am where I am today because of everything I did at university. Be that it being an ambassador or being a part of the AUTSA, or even like working at On My Data
Mm.
part-time. So just like, yeah, basically everything. So yeah, never let go of good opportunities.
I like that. I mean, do you know what a good opportunity looks like from the beginning, or
I
how do
think
you
you
determine
just
that?
you just have to know, like, if you feel, oh yeah, I just got to do this, or I got to be a part of this, then you just know
Mm.
it's an opportunity. Because like sometimes when like you hear something is on offer, you like imagine yourself being in that place, and if you imagine it being good, then just yeah, do it.
Okay. Was there any method that did you look for these opportunities, or did you go to events? How did you find these kind of stuff?
I think like AUT interns helped, and like I guess like all of
Oh,
AUT.
so an internal group for AUT is doing a lot
Yeah,
of work. Okay, yeah.
yeah, and a lot of like AUT student services helped for that. But I guess like apart from that, I did like a lot of like networking. I went to like a lot of events after
Mm,
university. So yeah, just like building connections, because when people know you and know what you do, they like literally come up to you and be like, "Oh, do you want to do this?"
yeah.
And yeah, that's how I got most of my work.
Yeah, no, so the reason I guess I'm a bit being like trying to be a bit specific on the question, because that's the
Yeah,
stories that I really like to hear. You really approach this by trying to network. I personally don't find it easy. I find it incredibly daunting trying to network, but I think there is great reward in just trying to enter a world that you're not used to, or
yeah,
you're quite not comfortable with, right? Just being a little bit uncomfortable every now and again, I feel generates real connection and
yeah.
real inner development, and I really think that is pretty wonderful.
And I feel
That's
like even if you can't network, or you feel like you can't network, just like go to events, like go to places, let
Yep.
people see you stand there being awkward, and then you just leave. But just let
Yeah.
people see you, that
Eh,
you exist in a way. Not
I,
not exist, but like see that you wanted to be a part of it.
I really 100% agree, because I think you're already doing better than the people who are not there just by being
Yeah,
there, and
yeah,
I think that already says a lot. And for me personally, I think the stuff that I learned going to events is that I shouldn't be afraid, or at least I shouldn't be afraid as the next person, because everybody's there to at least talk to somebody else.
yeah,
And being able to say hi, hello is, I feel like is a fundamental skill, especially when it comes to working, or interacting with other people in a working capacity or in a business capacity. And being prepared early, I think, is much better than being late and learning all of this stuff much later down the line, when you could have learned this much earlier, which clearly you have done, which I'm quite proud of. And congratulations to all the things that you have accomplished and managed so far. And
thank
yeah,
you.
that's wonderful. um so as to the you know building side of things, personal
Yeah,
brand, where can people find you? Where would you can say anything about where people can reach out to you, or
yeah.
follow you?
I think main would be LinkedIn,
Mm.
because I have like all of my uni projects on showcase there. Then would be Twitter. Like they can check all my volunteering that I did,
Mm.
all the projects I worked on, um, and also LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, Instagram is where I mostly post photos of my projects.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then when I do publish a website of my personal brand, then I guess I'd also post that on LinkedIn.
Yeah, well, absolutely keep us posted. We will try to put your website out there, try to celebrate your work. Hopefully we can make something awesome out of this.
Yep.
um okay, what is your current situation, in terms of what are you looking out for? Are you looking for opportunities? Are you looking out for partnership or collaboration? Is there anything you would like to say?
Um, at the moment, I think like my schedule's pretty full.
Okay, no, that's
um,
okay.
but like definitely in about like a month or so, when I'm done with this project, um, I'll be definitely looking to collaborate, or like even create my own little project. I've like I'm kind of like ready to approach Creative Northland for some funding on a project. Yeah, and it's like nice that the government is giving funding to like Creative New Zealand and for like creative things around New Zealand. So it's good.
I think that's also very good. Being able to support arts and creativity is one way to move forward, especially in a time that looked very bleak. Thank you very much for joining us, Vani. I hope this was a wonderful experience for you as it was for me.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that you decided to come on, decided to do this. And you, I think, being the fourth person now, I'm really happy that there are some people who thought that this kind of series or format is worth doing.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
I even like encouraged a couple of my friends to sign up. I
Okay.
don't
Yeah.
know if they have yet or not, but I really hope they do.